Hello, good morning. Welcome to day 3 of Coach University. I hope your last 2 days have been pretty awesome. Not too many questions. And yesterday you kind of got the vibe of the back office. Today we're going to be talking about challenge groups and inviting. So let's get started. Okay, so what we're going to cover today, we're going to talk about what is a challenge group, who you would invite, how to invite them, what happens after you do the invite, how you get them signed up, and then, of course, your assignment for the day. So what is a challenge group? A challenge group is a virtual group that we host on Facebook or the Challenge Tracker app, which is provided by Beachbody specifically for challenge groups. Everyone checks in daily with their workouts, Shakeology, and fun assignments. So the challenge groups are something that as a hobby coach or a business builder, you'd be running every month. You'd be inviting to these groups, and they can be whatever you want them to be. Some people like to do a themed group. Some like them to be around a TV show. They kind of vary, and the fun part about it is you get to kind of be creative and decide what you want them to be. That being said, you also don't have to create something from scratch. There are lots and lots of resources in the team page on what is a challenge group, how to run one, and some great ideas and things to post. There is also some great trainings on how to even set up a challenge group in the Challenge Tracker app. And so again, like I said, you're not doing any of this from square A. There's tons and tons of resources out there to help you do all of these things. Challenge groups are essentially the way that we introduce people to Beachbody products and most importantly, get them results. So if somebody is investing in a challenge pack, having a coach like you and getting to be involved in a challenge group is an added value. It is something that they're not paying for, but it is one of the most instrumental ways to help people get results. As shown in research, people are way more likely to get results and be successful on a healthy lifestyle if they do have accountability and support. And that is why these challenge groups were created. And so when you're talking about a challenge group, I know that this can seem like the kind of overwhelming part sometimes. Remember why you joined a challenge group and how it was described to you and how you would describe it. So I personally describe challenge groups as a virtual boot camp or accountability group of all women, since that's who I work with personally, who are all working together to get fit and kick butt. We replace one meal a day with a shake, do a workout, and check in. It's a great way to get support and motivation and to stay accountable to your goals. Pretty short, pretty simple, a little bit of gist about what it is, because some people love the group environment, some people don't. That doesn't mean they can't use the products or you can't coach for them. But if they're going to join a challenge group, they should know a little bit about what it is. Okay, so who can you invite to a challenge group? You can literally invite anyone to a challenge group, especially anyone that you think would benefit. But that being said, anyone you think would benefit, I tend to not say that because shockingly, a lot of times the people who you think would love a challenge group don't. And the people who you're like, oh my God, you're an amazing challenger, I never would have guessed, benefit the most. And love it the most and embrace the lifestyle the most. So because as coaches and as challengers, we not only do workouts and live a healthy lifestyle and, drink Shakeology, we also do personal development and try to grow as people. We're also taking time out of the day for ourselves. We're also, interacting with other women or moms or, guys, depending on what kind of group you run, who are in that same boat. So there's a lot of reasons to join a challenge group other than to lose weight or to get fit. So just keep that in mind. Anyone can benefit from a challenge group. This is something that's talking about bettering yourself as a person and a healthy lifestyle in general. So these are kind of a couple different categories: friends, family, coworkers, friends from the community, high school, college friends, random connections on social media. So the first part of this, the friends, family, coworkers, friends from the community, high school, college friends, those are all considered warm market in the Beachbody community, aka you've had some interaction with them in your lifetime. So they already know who you are. You might already be friends with them on Facebook or on a social media platform of some sort. So for you to reach out to them, they would already know you. The cold market is considered like those random connections on social media, people you just meet now in your lifetime, you just met them at a bar or going out or whatever. That's considered more of a cold market. I would say that a lot of people tend to rely on their warm market as a way to build this business or to be successful in challenge groups. But the reality, guys, is a lot of that warm market, yes, they know you, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're like your tribe or the type of person that you would instinctually attract. For me, my warm market, a lot of them I went to high school with, my college friends, things like that. Those people I would have no problem interacting with on a normal basis, but there's some of those who I wouldn't necessarily call my tribe or somebody who I would work with on a daily basis. So for me, a lot of it, my business and a lot of my connections have come from that cold market because they're getting to know me now. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but for me in the last 10 years, I've changed a lot as a person. So the people that I maybe used to connect with in that time of life and the person I am now are very different, as well as who they are is very different, which is great because when you're connecting with them, it's not necessarily based on old connections per se. But that's why having a cold market is so important and not saying, oh, well, I've talked to everyone I know, so therefore I'm done. Because I can't tell you how many friends and people that I know and now love because they were in my cold market and we built a relationship because they're the type of person that I am now, who I would connect with now. So a great way to kind of get a list started. There's two main ways that we talk about. One, write down a list of 25 people that you know who you think would love a challenge group, would love Shakeology, would love the community. Whether it be to coach, whether it be to try a challenge pack, a challenge group, whatever. Write down 25 people. That is your first initial list. Then there is also a memory jogger. I have put that in the files page or the files tab of the Hustle Hard team page, so please feel free to go look at it. The memory jogger kind of gives you a list of where you might know people from. So like, oh, your banker, your next door neighbor, like random connections that you have that you don't even think about knowing. Not everybody needs to be on a social media platform. I can't tell you how many people I meet and, we start talking and then, I'm like, oh yeah, this is what I love doing. And they're like, oh my God, that's amazing. Where are you? Can I add you on Facebook? Like that connection happens so quickly. And in person, you're actually way more likely to have those conversations. So get to thinking, get to making your list, and get to thinking about people who would love this, who would love that environment, and that's what these challenge groups are about. Yes, they're about getting fit, but they're about having fun and having a community while you're doing it. Okay, so how would you invite someone? So I want to kind of break it down in a general way. There is a training if you want to do a funnel system, which is what I use. Everyone kind of has a different system. The funnel system is a way if you are looking to grow this as a business and trying to talk to people and really make sure you're hitting Success Club every month, all of those things, really pushing your business, then you want to use some sort of a tracking system. My upline once said, if you don't have a list, you don't have a business. So writing down your first 25 is huge, but then where does that list go from there? So as you're kind of looking through different options of how to create a list, how you want to do a list, you're also going to want to know how to talk to somebody, how to connect with them. So whether this is your warm market or your cold market, you're always going to want to build a relationship with somebody. We're not salespeople, guys. We're in the business of helping people, of building relationships, of making friends, which is part of the reason why I'm in this type of business, because I'm a horrible salesperson. I would not consider myself someone who can actually sell anything to anybody. I really struggle with that. I just fell in love with these products, with this system, and love helping people. So this is a great way to build relationships and help others in a non-salesy way. So if you are connecting with someone on a social media platform, you're going to want to connect with them on their life. Everyone wants to be complimented. Sorry, guys, struggle. Everyone wants to be complimented. Everyone wants to be talked to. That's why we post on social media. We post pictures. We post things about our lives. We think things that are funny. So interacting with them on their page. But also, I don't know about you guys. I have experienced some really like cold message reach outs where people are just like, hey, try my products. Hey, I want to sell this to you. And it immediately makes me want to be like, ugh, no, I don't even know you. Like I'm just a number to you. And I don't like that feeling. So rather than doing that, get to know people, get to know if this is a program that would work for them. This isn't for everybody, but this is for those who would love it. So a way that we do that is what we call hey girl messages or non-Beachbody conversations. So after you've interacted with them on their page a little bit, liking and commenting, maybe, getting involved and, commenting on a video they posted, things like that, then send them a message that has nothing to do with Beachbody whatsoever. Get to know them in a breaking the ice, kind of letting them know that you're here, that you want to talk to them. An example of like a hey girl message would be like, for me, I connect with a lot of moms because I'm a new mom, and that's something that, going through this postpartum journey has been something I talk about a lot. So a lot of times I'll connect with moms, and, I'll say like, oh my gosh, hey girl, how are you? Your kids are adorable. How old are they? My daughter's 8 months, and man, is she crawling like crazy. Are you chasing your kids as much as I am? LOL. Something very simple, very brief, but then that's able to start a conversation about craziness of mom life, because it is crazy. If you're not a mom, I've also connected with dog moms because, I've been a dog mom way before I was a person mom. So I will ask, if someone's at a dog park, where was that dog park they went to? Or what type of dog do they have? Are they getting their dog a Halloween costume? Things like that. Things, that areas that we talked about, those 5 to 7 areas that you post about, connecting with people who fit those 5 to 7 areas, those, the types of people that you would normally connect with as a person, talking about those kind of things. When you're talking to them, don't try to sound salesy. Don't try to sound like someone else. Be you. If you would say, hey girl, what up? Say, hey girl, what up? Or, hi, how are you doing today? Like, talk how you talk. This is you, your brand, your business. This isn't about anyone else. And the biggest thing is make sure to add value. People don't want to ask questions. People want to talk about themselves, but they also want to get to know you, and you want them to get to know you back and forth. Be a genuine person and have a genuine conversation. Okay, so these are some tips that over time I have come up with on how you would invite someone. So everyone's invites look differently, so don't take this and feel like you have to do it this way. These are just some key notes over time that I found that are very successful and that have been passed down over time. So like we talked about, do not sell. This is not that type of business. This is not necessarily even about the products are great, but we're trying to build a relationship and we're trying to build a community. So don't sell. When you're talking to somebody, whether it be in an invite, so now we're to the point, let's say we want to invite them to a challenge group and we're like, hey girl, I think you would love this. How do you have that conversation? So big thing, ask questions, which is my two. This is not about you. This is about them. So don't feel like you need to tell them, hey, this challenge group is great. You're going to have this great community. You're going to have this. You're going to have that. You're going to have this. People are like, whoa, I never even said I needed that. So ask questions. When you're asking questions, and people actually do genuinely tell you what's going on with them. If you say like, hey, can you tell me a little bit about your health and fitness goals? Listen. If they say like, hey, I really, since I had my kid, I've really been struggling with losing weight. It's been terrible. Feel, felt, found. Girl, I feel that same way. I just had my daughter 8 months ago and it has been a struggle. I've, felt terrible. I wish I could wear some clothes. What I found is that what I found is when I joined this awesome community of people, I got that support and was able to kind of, get back to feeling really good. Can you tell me a little bit about, some of your, nutrition goals, or what's the hardest thing that you struggle with nutrition? And they're like, oh, I love sweets. Girl, I feel ya. I totally have felt that same way. I'm a sweets addict from way back. It is insane. I found that drinking Shakeology helps so much with my cravings. Have you ever heard of it? Feel, felt, found. So when they are talking about what their problem is, help them find a solution to their problem, not just telling them what you do. So if they're, talking about, well, I'm really struggled with, my anxiety or this or that or the other thing, does working out help with something that, reinforce what we're doing, but also how it could actually be a solution to something that they're truly struggling with. because health and fitness, guys, is not easy. If it was, everybody would do it. That is part of this whole lifestyle change, is that it's not easy, but it can be fun and you can have support. One of the biggest things I struggled with initially when talking to somebody about a challenge group was word vomiting. They'd be like, oh my God, a challenge group, that sounds really entertaining. What does it involve? And I would send them a 5 million word message that would say everything a challenge group is and how great it's going to be and how they're going to love it and blah, 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 blah. And then they would never respond to me again. Think about this in a normal conversation. You would go back and forth. You would breadcrumb. You'd give them a little bit, hey, tell me a little bit about your nutrition struggles, and then have that conversation. Tell me a little bit about what you like for workouts, and then you'd have that conversation. So make sure to breadcrumb. Actually have a genuine conversation. Don't word vomit on them. These next two is the hardest thing, I think, for a lot of people when they're starting this as a business, is they're like, I know how great this is. I don't know why no one is just jumping off and telling me yes over and over and over and over, because it's so great. Well, one, this is not about us being ready, because we were ready and we did it and we know how great it is. But that doesn't mean that everyone else is ready. This is when you're talking to someone about this type of a invite, you're inviting them to a lifestyle change. That's a big jump. They have to be ready themselves. And most people, when you ask them to change anything about their lifestyle or to buy something or whatever, they're going to say no. Initially, it's like, whoa, you want me to do something? No. But what that does, that initial invite, is it gets them watching you. It gets them seeing, like, are they still going to be around as a coach in 6 months? Are they just going to, invite me to this group and then all of a sudden get bored of the business and then never do one again and I'm going to be by myself? It gives them an invitation to watch you and see that you are being consistent and that you are getting awesome results. And it also invites them to get that time frame. Pretty much everyone you talk to is going to tell you this is a 3-month out business. You invite somebody today, they're going to be the people who actually say yes to you in 3 or 4 months. I would say about 80% of the people who are in challenge groups now said no to me initially, and were somebody who pretty much came back around full circle a few months later and were like, okay, I'm ready. So it's scientifically proven that the average person, it takes 4 to 6 exposures before someone is ready to say yes. That doesn't mean when someone says no, it doesn't mean no. It means no for right now. So just keep that in mind when you're inviting, because the reality is everybody needs this. This is something that will change your life, whether it's mentally, physically, emotionally, the whole 9. Like, this has changed me as a person. So there's no way that someone can't benefit from this, but they may just not be ready right now. So I wanted to give you I wanted to give you guys an example of what an invite might look like. So I would say something like, hey, whatever their name is. I know this is totally random, because it is, guys. Just because we love Beachbody and we talk about it all the time doesn't mean that they do. So it is kind of random that we're asking them, unless it's already come up in conversation. I know this is totally random and not sure if it's your thing, but I'm reserving the last few spots of my next challenge group, and you can say whatever the name of your challenge group is. So Busy Girls Get Fit, or We Are Freaking Fabulous challenge group, or whatever you want to call it. And I would love to have you. It's a group of women all looking to get fit and kick butt together. So of course I thought of you, because you are, and say something about them that you genuinely believe. You are so real. You are so fun. You are ambitious. You are, you crack me up, whatever. Does that sound like something that might interest you? Always end every interaction with a question. This way they have something to respond to. And I'm going to tell you, I would say about most people who respond to this are going to say, that sounds interesting. What does it involve? So having that, then that's where this breadcrumb comes in. Explain to them. How would you explain a challenge group to them? Well, I run these challenge groups and they're all virtual and they're this, that, and the other thing. Can you tell me a little bit about your health and fitness goals? And having those conversations to find out if this is a good program for them. After you go through this process of having those conversations, now you're at the point where they're like, okay, I'm ready. Let's do it. So you need to say a couple things. Reiterate that you're excited that they're there because they're ready. They said yes to you. Okay. So yay, I'm so excited. You're going to love this. I can't wait to see you after those 50 pounds are gone. Make sure to reinforce whatever goal they originally tell you they wanted to reach, or whatever they need. If they're like, I just need a good sense of community. I can't wait to have you. You're going to love this community we're in. Because this is the moment where they truly have to jump off and commit. And guys, there's going to be a lot of people who probably tell you yes and who are scared to commit. So reinforcing and getting them set up for success. And then they have to be truly ready. They have to go in and purchase and do all of those things and get signed up. And that's scary. So even if they say yes, and maybe then they change their mind, that's okay. That doesn't mean that they're not ready. It just means not right now. And then the last piece is you want to make sure that they have the link, which we're going to talk about in BB links, is how you're going to send them links. You want to make sure they have a link. They understand how to use the link, that when they go in, they're going to click it and the steps they're going to have to go through. They would need to know what Shakeology option they have, because if they're doing it on their phone, it's harder to see. So you want to make sure they know what they're getting, if they want the vegan or the regular, because they have options. And then let them know that, hey, when you're done, let me know. I'm going to register you for a group. Are you thinking you'll be able to do this tonight? Set up a time frame when you can follow up with them. So it's not like you're bugging them. You're just following up because they told you to. So here's kind of an example. Yeah, I'm so excited. You're going to love it. I can't wait to see you after those 50 pounds are gone. So here's the link. Once you click the link, it's going to have you make a Beachbody account. From there, it'll ask you what flavor Shakeology you would like. You'll have two options: a 30 serving bag that has one flavor of chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, cafe latte, or you can get a 24 serving bag with 3 flavors, including chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, or chocolate, vanilla, cafe latte. What would you prefer? I would send that and wait for them to respond. Then I would say, awesome. Also, would you like the vegan or regular? The only difference is vegan has pea protein and the regular has whey protein. If they kind of say like, well, I mean, it doesn't really matter, I would genuinely ask, do you have any stomach issues or any history of any GI issues? The main reason for that, guys, is because the whey protein does have a lactose isolate in it, which can make it upset some people's stomach. So if they have any stomach issues, if they're breastfeeding, or if they're just kind of like, I'm not really sure, I always go lean towards the vegan. But everyone's different. I've tried them both. I think they both taste exactly the same, and I've never had any issues, but I just know some people who have. So then, let them respond if they want the whey or the vegan. If there's someone who really struggles with computers or things like that, I would even go on my computer, take a snapshot of the one that they're going to want, if it's the triple barista pack or the whatever, and take a picture and send them the picture and say, it's the 5th one down, you're going to click this one, and that's the one you want. Because I can't tell you how many people go in, order, and then they don't click the drop down and don't pick what Shakeology flavor they want because they don't know that's a thing, and then they get the wrong flavor, and then they're really upset, and they haven't even started yet. So make sure you're going through all the steps with them. They'll feel like, okay, my coach is really taking care of me. And then we'll go back to once they tell you, okay, I want the vegan chocolate. Awesome. It's going to be the 5th one down. You're going to click it. Do you think you'll be able to sign up tonight so I can reserve one of those last 2 spots for you? And they'll say, oh, yes, I'll do it tonight, or I'll do it first thing in the morning. Say, awesome. After you're done, let me know, and I will get you registered for the group. I know you said you'll be done by tomorrow morning. Can I follow up with you tomorrow night to make sure there's no issues? Okay, so kind of taking you through the whole process. Now, this may seem like a long, extended process, guys, and I definitely recommend using like the voice recording on Messenger, or having this conversation in person. Traditionally, most of us use the regular Messenger app, but it's just something that you are going to want to, have that conversation, because you want them to understand the value and why they want to sign up for your group. Okay, so we've gone through this whole process. We kind of talked about the whole conversation. How do you actually sign somebody up? So you're going to download the BB Links app. This app can be found in the App Store. It has a big B and a B, and it's blue and white. Sorry, guys, I should have put a picture on here. And you're going to put your coach ID, which we looked up on day 1 or day 2, and you're going to put that in the app. You're going to look into that app, and when you log in, it'll say like challenge packs, programs, nutrition, other links, all kinds of good stuff. When you log into the app, you're going to find the specific challenge pack they're looking for. Most people are going to sign up for the annual all access because they want access to all the year subscription of workouts. You're going to click on it. You're going to copy the link, send it to them via text message, messenger, or email. This is the link that they will click, and it will directly take them to sign up and make the account, as well as it will automatically connect them to your coach ID. So they will be under you when they get signed up. Keep in mind, if they've ever used a Beachbody product before, even back in the day from an infomercial, they were assigned a coach. So If that happens, that's okay. You just have to do a coach. Sorry guys, my daughter's freaking out a little bit. The coach transfer form, which takes about 2 seconds, also can be found in the BB links under other links, okay? If you have someone who wants to sign up as a coach or for the discount, or right away, they understand the business piece. Sorry guys, one of the benefits and the struggles of working at home, training videos. If someone wants to sign up as a coach, they will automatically get the discount on any future purchases. So when you're gonna log into the app, at the bottom, you're gonna click the box that says referrals. You're gonna select your shop and sign up links. This is where someone who's already a customer can sign up as a coach, or if they just wanna directly sign up as a coach. You're gonna click copy the coach membership link, and you're gonna send that to them. After they register as a coach, which is gonna have them do initially and create a Beachbody account like they would, it's gonna have them sign up for a challenge pack. If they don't do a challenge pack, it'll cost them $40 to sign up as a coach. If they decide to do a challenge pack, it'll say, hey, you're gonna cost $40. And then once they go to purchase their challenge pack and select it, it'll waive that fee for them. So they will only be purchasing a challenge pack, and they'll be getting the coach sign up fee waived all at the same time. So it's kind of a great idea. If they purchase a challenge pack and then later want to sign up as a coach, there is a form that you can submit for them or help them submit, and they can do that later and get that fee refunded to them. So initially to get taken out of their account, you would submit a refund form, and then within 2 days they would get it put back. So regardless, it's not going to cost them anything to sign up to coach. Okay, here is our day 3 assignment. Today I really want you guys to focus on taking some action and deciding, where you're going to be in your business. So when are you going to be running your next challenge group? You have the option to always run, especially as a new coach, to run a challenge group with your upline coach or another coach who is going through Coach University with you. If you'd like to run one by yourself, you always have that option as well. I highly recommend, if you've been a really great participant in challenge groups, that then to take the next step and run a challenge group with someone else. And so then that way you can learn how to run them and how to post on them, how to interact with them, and go into it with, that coach mentality. So if you're wanting to run one with your coach, reach out to them, find out when their next one is, and see if you can help them. So I want you to comment below the next date of your next challenge group. I want you to go into your phone and, where we typed out our coach ID, we typed out the website, we typed out all that good information yesterday. I want you to also go in there and write a little brief kind of blurb about how you would describe a challenge group to somebody, and save it. I also use Google Keep. I'm not sure if you guys know about Google Docs. That's a way to kind of keep some stuff organized if you'd like. Google Keep is kind of like a note section, but it's on an app. Same idea. Just go in there, make sure you have it saved in easy access, because when you're inviting people, you want to be able to get to it on the go. Now the fun part, make your list of 25 people who you think could benefit from a challenge group. These are going to be the first 25 that you're going to reach out to, you're going to connect with, build relationships with if you haven't already had those, and then you're going to talk to them about what a challenge group could do for them, and see if they're interested. And then the last part I want you to do is download the BB links and look through it, because this is going to be your ability to get to products, to be able to send people links. So you're going to want to be able to know where things are. They have an option, if you look at any products, to click the star at the top right hand corner, and that'll save it to your favorites, which makes it a lot easier to find stuff. So today, comment below with when your next challenge group is. Write a check mark that you've done notes. You put your description in challenge group. Do a check mark that you've done your 25, and then post a picture of your BB links downloaded. And please comment below with any questions, guys. I hope you have a great day. I'm so excited. Day 4 is going to be a fun one, and I'll talk to you guys later.